did not put my blocks on the boards yet. I'm still holding them because they so small. They just so small. I don't know if you can see them from way back there, but they are pretty, pretty, pretty. If you want to see how I did these, which you know, I have another video on one. This is two that I'm doing. It's pretty. Look at it, y'all. I'm trying to keep my fingers off of it. It's so small, but it is pretty, and it whooped my butt. These are sampler blocks. I'm working on getting all 13 cut, prepped, not necessarily basted, but put in the bag so I can just sit at my leisure and sew. That's what I'm working on getting done. I think I have 6 of them cut out so far, marked and cut out so far, and I'll get it on the other. It's 13 blocks in each row, so I'll get those done. Get those so I can sit at my leisure. It's not going to be hard once you figure out what works for you, and basically what you have to figure out is to move those little tags out your way somehow and connect your blocks face to face. Make sure they're facing each other, and make sure that your papers are even on there when you are sewing it on. Make sure they line up, maybe I should say. Make sure they line up, and you shouldn't have any problems with your points or anything like that. But sometimes you're gonna probably, some of the tags that you fold down, you may sew into them, but I kind of just work my needle up under that fold, or I fold it back. Try not to get your tags because the more fabric that you're putting in that seam is going to make your block expand, and you don't want that. So basically, every time we mark it, every time we add fabric to it, it brings it out, it extends it a little bit. But you know, we're gonna work it out. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. So come on back if you want to see A2. Y'all, I got A2. Y'all want to see that? Come on back and join me. I'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, I got block 2 basted, laid out. See, it looks like block 2, don't it? Yep. And these little boards I made a long time for this project right here. I have a video on these boards. All it is cardboard, a piece of scrap batting, and you just make it pretty on the sides like you would your quilt. That's all it is. Very simple, but it's a video on it. I will try to remember to put it in here. Put that video in here. But if not, you can search for it. It's on in my videos. But I am doing block 2, and I'm behind because I was waiting on my beautiful muslin. But I should have at least 3 or 4 did before Sunday. Don't forget, our Zoom meeting is Sunday, and I still got block 1 to do, but I'm not worried about it because I did it so many times. I'll whoop through it, but hopefully I have at least 5 blocks did by Sunday. All right, I'll be back. I'll show you when I put this one together because I already have video number 1. I'll show you. I'm gonna do rows. This is row 1, row 2, row 3, 4, and 5. So I'm gonna do these rows just like this. All right, I'll show you when I get them together or get them basted together. Well, get my flying geese together, get these connected. When I get each row done, I'll come back and show you. All right. Hey guys, this is the first 2 rows here. And in order to get them to line up, I started right here. I tacked it in on each side right here. As you can see, that's not sewn. This is not sewn. This is not sewn. I tried to get these seams correct so my geese would line up. So now I'll finish it off, but that's what I had to do, and it's a mess back here. But as you can see, that may not be exactly, this one's better, but it's good enough. And I know once I take the papers out, it will relax and lay in there. So that's what I did in order to line these up. And yeah, once the papers are out, it'll be good. So just want to let you see that. I'll be back with the rest of it, guys. Hey guys. Okay, I got these 2 top rows done. I told you, once you take the papers out, it's gonna lay down. You iron it, you press it. I would probably press it before I put my borders on, but we got those top 2 done. And I'm gonna show you how to make the flying geese. I've just made that one. And also I'm gonna show you how to do this little centerpiece here. Let me tell you, I'm going to connect, let's see, I'm going to connect this one with this one, this one with this one, and then I'll do just a straight line right here to connect those. And then of course I got my flying geese to do. And once you get the flying geese and the triangles done, it's not that bad. But I'm gonna show you the back of my, can you see the back of that? It's a lot of moving those tails around because you want to catch the material right there. You see my material? You want to catch that. You don't want to be catching the tails. It's best to leave the tails flopping on the back than to tack them down. Now right here on the top, I tacked that one down because I'm going to put my, when we put the borders on. And I know a lot of them is going to have color on the outside. You don't want that showing in your border. So, you know, just open it up. Don't make a big hump there. Just take your tags and kind of smooth them down and tack them down. That's what I did now. That don't mean it's right, but that's what I did for mine. And so I'm doing this flying geese right here. And y'all, I would have had some more done on this. And I'm just simply making sure that all my points meet up. And you can see here. Can you see that? I'm making sure my points meet up. And I'm moving those back, which those right there, I can't really move back. But if I can, I move them back a little bit because I want to get the meat beside them, not be sewing on top of them because I don't want a hole coming into my quilt. But that's just my way of doing it. It may be different. You know, you may decide to do it another way. And I make sure my blocks are even from top to the bottom, from the sides. And one thing I do, I line them up and, you know, I'm going to have to find my gloves because holding on to these little bitty pieces can put a lot of strain on your joints. But instead of starting at the end of mine right here, I just go, instead of starting at the end there, I just go maybe 2 stitches in and start there and then go back to the end and tack it, sew it down, and then continue on. That's so I can secure that intersection and not stand a chance of having a hole. You know, you don't want to go way down. You just want to go maybe 2 stitches. Sorry, y'all. The kids are playing. You just want to go maybe 2 stitches down and catch it. And start you sewing there. Just make sure you keep them lined up, y'all. Keep it lined up. And because I don't put a knot in mine, I only put a knot in it at this point. so I've been eating popcorn, y'all. I got kernels in my mouth. So now I'm just gonna go back, which I know you can't see. Get my thread caught. But I started right in there. So you see I'm gonna just go back and catch that back in, and then I'll continue on the sew. And make sure you keep up with your threads, because I tell you the worst thing I've been having problems with is I get it sewn and then it's together. See, once you get that tacked in, oh, you kind of got smooth sailing in. But the thing is going to be for you, it's just working around all these little tails. But you don't want to cut them off. Don't cut them off. Leave them in there at quilt, because that is your 4/4 inch. So when I get to the end of that, I usually do a back stitch and a tie. But I don't cut my thread. I just come back over there where I started. I just work my way back where I started. So I know that intersection is double secured. And I just keep right on trucking after that. My stitches are close, very close. Because these pieces are so small. They are so small. Making sure that end and everything is still lined up. Because if you get off, if you let it get off, your block is gonna be off. And I'm gonna cut my tail off because I'm catching it in my seam. So, because I always leave a tail in order to tie it off. But these pieces are so small, I gotta cut their tail off. Nose itching. They say somebody talking about you and your nose itch, y'all. Well, I hope it's good. But anyway, nose itching probably because I'm having the sniffles. But you know, it's not that bad. I think block 2 here has a lot of little pieces. And as I was cutting, I want to get all 13 blocks cut out before I start sewing. And I think I stopped at number 8. Getting all mine pieces on the material, labeled on the material. I think I stopped at number 6. And number 6 or 8. But anywho, I just want to get these blocks done. So when we have our Zoom meeting, see how nice that looks? You see it? It's over here where my finger is. See, this piece ain't been done yet. Right there. See how nice it is? And I just want to have as much as I can, which is today is Friday. And like today, I decided to come in here and sew. And usually I can't get in here at 4:30. Well, of course, Cookie wants her bath early. Then everybody wants me to fix popcorn. So then I fix popcorn. Well, we got pizza. We ate pizza. Then everybody wanted popcorn for their snack tonight. So I fixed 4 bags of popcorn. And I'm just now getting back in here to do some sewing. So now it's time for my bath. But I'm going to sew a little while. And I'll probably, after I get my bath, I'll come in here and sew. Or I take it to my room and sew. But yeah, that's what I'm doing, y'all. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. The worst thing is I'm not gonna say the worst thing, the time consuming is making sure that you get them little pieces, all them little pieces cut out correctly. And then you got to measure out your seam allowance and cut them out, which I already showed y'all some of those. But this is my thread. Once again, this is what I'm using, paper piece and thread. I know this thread. I've used this thread, and this thread is strong and it holds. So that.
You need to hide from reading for her picture.
So that's what I'm using on mine.
How you get it up?
And
And
that's what I got. Yeah.
you better. How you?
I don't know what she talking about. Megan must be playing hide and seek with him. She telling me to hide from Megan. But I want to get, and I'm putting them all in my little baggies. Since I print mine out, I have my little card. Shows me which one I'm doing. And these boards are awesome. Some people are using the sandpaper boards. But I don't like the way sandpaper feel or sound. So I had made these boards, these little bitty boards, strictly for this 2 years ago. Because I was prepping myself with my fabric. Forgot about my background fabric, so I had to order it. And it took forever to come in. But that's okay. I have it. And I'm loving this muslin. I had muslin, Joann's muslin, but what I wanted, let's see, that's just about a stitch off at the, I don't know if you can see that, where it's lining up. Can y'all see? Y'all probably can. Just about a stitch off. I'm going to fudge that in there. But I had some Joann's muslin, and I had the pretty expensive Joann's muslin. But I was like, let me get some better muslin than this. So I went to, where did I go? Back quarter shop, yeah. And I got a real nice muslin from them. So I'm satisfied with my muslin. And very nice muslin. Y'all know anything about me. Y'all know I like a muslin, a quilt made out of muslin. And actually, the anniversary quilt, I'm going to double knot this because this is an intersection. I always double knot the intersection. See, this is what I'm talking about. I got my thread cut. I didn't pull my thread down. Y'all saw me do this before. See that right there? See that thread right there? It did not get in there. There it is right there. Now what I'll do, I'm going to cut my thread. And I'm going to go back. I was talking. I've been watching it. I'm going to go back. And I'm going to catch that. I'm going to go back and sew there. Because I'm going to cut that off. But I'm going to double stitch that. Let's make sure I don't get no hole later on. But I'm going to leave it there till I sew down past it. But that's the only problem I've been having, is doing that. Sorry, y'all, the kid. Megan is playing hide and seek with the babies. And, I'm not going to disturb them. So, you may hear them screaming in the background. Okay, now I know where that ends. So, I'm going to cut that off. But, I'll make sure I keep my thread. And I keep my thread on my finger. But sometimes and I try to keep it in front of the piece. But I just want to double stitch that because I cut that thread. And I want to make sure that puppy does not ever. And that's how I caught it, just like that. Telling you, these little stitches ain't ever coming out. I had to take a piece of loose and I had to choose which fabric I was going to destroyed because my stitches are so tiny and so tight. Now, that's that piece right there. See? It's not bad, y'all. I cut that off. That is in the book. It's that piece right there. I just joined those two pieces right there. So, if the kids and Megan will leave me alone, I could sit down and sew. At least I get to sit down and sew all day. Tomorrow's Saturday. Nobody should be in this room with me. So now I'm gonna start sewing these, but I'm not gonna sit here. I'm gonna start sewing these, and like I told you, I'm gonna sew this one and this one together, and this one, so I can just make a straight line. When I connect them together, I'll just make a straight line right here. So that's what I'm doing, y'all. That's what I'm doing, but I will come back and show you how I'm making the flying geese, which they're really easy. They're really easy, which they're going to have their little things up here. One's going to stick up, and one's going to lay down, depends on how you made it. But the thing is, it will connect to my block. It's supposed to be right there. It will connect to my block. I'll make sure it does. If I have to tack it down, y'all ain't even seeing that, but it will. It's supposed to slide, which it's not. But if I had to tack it down, I'll tack it down. Trying to get it. These pieces are, and then I got my needle in my hand. But of course, this will be a row. I'm just fumbling with it. But it should slide right there together. And since that I need these two to match right here, I will probably stitch both of these right here together. And then that's probably where I start my stitching, right in there. But I don't know that until I get ready to put it together. Well, which that don't even go there. Y'all, I done told y'all all that for nothing. It goes like this. Yes. I ain't got to fool with that. That's on the outside. But still, these two got to meet right here. These two got to meet. And once again, I will stitch that. That will be my first stitch that I would take on this to make sure that it is meeting up. But then also, I'm going to have to worry about the ones that's going to meet on these sides. So wherever it needs to really be at a point, that's where I will stitch, and then I'll cut it, and then I'll come back. So yeah, I was trying to put that on the wrong side, y'all. See? That's why I keep the book right here in front of me. Right here in front of me. Hey, boo.
Hey.
Right here in front of me. And, of course, I keep my little card right here, but it's black and white. So.
I got no friends.
But I got no. But you got no friends?
I wish I had friends.
You wish you had friends. I'm your friend.
You're my mama. You're not my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lose your friend? No.
Maybe Kimani. No.
No.
Not Sadie. No, we're friends.
Ziggy's your friend and Kimani.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. All right. Well,
I had 2 friends.
2 friends. Okay. These people here, look, all these people here is your friend. They'll be your friends.
Huh?
Yeah, they'll all be your friends.
Thank you, Mommy. I love you.
Oh, Pokey, I love you too. They can be your friends.
Thank you.
Yeah, now that make you happy? Okay.
Then we'll have a sleepover at them house.
There'd be a lot of people to have a sleepover with. Yeah.
At the house.
Yeah, baby.
And
Y'all, I'm sorry for that, but I just could not cut that off
so
because she was having a crisis. I'm sorry about moving, y'all. She was having a little crisis. So you got a lot of friends. You got almost 2,000 friends.
2002
Yeah, all of them your friend.
and 2003
Yeah,
and 2
yeah.
and 3.
All right. Tell everybody good night and say thanks for being my friend.
Friends being my friend.
Say good night. I'll see you next
Good
time.
night. I'll see you next time.
It's my bedtime.
It's my bedtime.
All right. Mama be there in a minute. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So that's what I'm going to do, y'all. I'm going to come back. I'll come back once I get her sleep. And I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to put the flying geese. It's really not hard. It's just getting past all these little doggy ears, I guess. It's just getting past them.
Come on, Mama.
Come on.
Come on, Mama. Come
Okay.
on, Mama.
Getting past all the little doggy ears. Once we get past the doggy ears, then it's not that big of a
I'm
deal.
not
So
in here, Mommy.
okay. So
I love here.
I'm talking, baby. Let me talk. So I'll be back to show you guys that to do, and I'll show you how I'm gonna do the middle piece, the centerpiece, the centerpiece here. I'll come back and show you that once I get them connected. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Okay, guys. Cookie would not let me put her to bed, but I got those. So I told you I was going to do. So, with those, I am going to put them together. Right here. See, I'm going to marry them together. Y'all see that? I'm going to marry them together. And that will be this piece right here that I'm doing right now. So, it didn't take me long to put those together. Of course, I had to see if Cookie was okay. You know, she was just being dramatic. I think the poor kid been stuck in the house so much she thinks she don't have no friends. And of course, it's been a month since she's seen her sisters and brothers, so she's feeling it. She's feeling it, but she will be seeing them end of the month. Yeah. So I guess she's just having her moment, yeah. But she makes me feel bad sometimes. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is, since I need to make sure this intersection is, I'm gonna start right there first. I'm starting this intersection here. That's where I'm gonna start at. And I'm gonna sew it. And then once I get it sewn, let's see. I'm gonna start a little piece down from it. So I can get me a good grip on it being where it needs to be. And then I'll go to the other ends and one of the other ends and sew it. Just change my thread too, y'all. I know y'all really can't see my... Let me see if I can get y'all a little closer so y'all can see my hand. I'm just bumping y'all. I'm so sorry. Y'all forgive me. I need something to put up under there in the bag. Probably get y'all... what I got that I can stick up under there. Magnets. I don't think that's gonna work, but okay, it did. So y'all can see my hands a little bit. I ain't got the greatest setup here. I'm just trying to work with what I got, y'all. Work with what I got. I actually got a new iPod that's coming. And it's supposed to move with my body and face. We'll see. If I turn maybe this way, y'all can see. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see me actually stitching. But I'll just got you closer. I'm just trying to get that little intersection, and I'm going to go a little piece away from it, down from it. Yeah, I got to be able to see it here. So that's where I'm at. See that? I'm right in that intersection there. So that's what I'm sewing right now. Cut my tail off. On my grandmother's flower garden, I got tails everywhere. I got where I start and stop and the whole nine. And actually, I'm just going to check that intersection, and I can go on all the way down one side. Because once you get past the hump of what you're really looking at or trying to line up, you feel like you just got freed and you want to keep it going. So I need to make sure that intersection is before I go any further, because like I told y'all, see that? That looks cute, don't it? It looks cute. Got my little points. Got my points where they need to be. If I move my big finger, you could see. Yep, did a good job on that. So I'll just go all the way down on each side here. Got my sides lined up. Y'all know I had to, I'm telling you, I had to get out of the way of myself, because this is not going to be perfect. And I'm quite sure if you look close at her quilt, it is not perfect. But I'm trying to make it as perfect as possible. But my main goal is to make the blocks fit. Make the blocks be what they're supposed to be in the whole nine. That's all I'm trying to do here. And I'm trying to stick close to the fabrics that's in the book. What you see, this one is a little darker than the actual fabric that's on there. This is the closest I could get to. I probably could have dug further, because I do have a lot more fabric that I hadn't pulled out. I know y'all can't see none, because I got to see. I got to see y'all. I need to see. And I'm loving having my work on these boards, because it doesn't go anywhere. They don't go anywhere. They don't flop around. I don't lose them. The pieces. But that's all I'm doing, y'all. And they so tiny, I really can't show y'all much of nothing. Unless I had an overhead camera. And that I don't have. But that's all I'm doing. Make sure I take a peep at it. See, it's going along. This is where I'm sewing along right here. This is where I'm sewing. And it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Just want to keep that lined up. Don't y'all be coming at me. Talking about I couldn't see. I'm just trying to show y'all what I'm doing. You're not going to see me make a stitch. I'm making very small stitches. And I'm just doing a whip stitch. That's all. I tried the whole Scotch tape, taping it down. This ain't gonna work for me. I tried all that, trying to do the flat stitch. It ain't gonna work for me. So this is how I do my hexagons. And this is what's working for me. So this is the stitch I will be using. I'm comfortable with this stitch. I know how this stitch works. I know how big I can make this stitch if I want, how small I can make it, the whole nine. So this stitch works for me. I got a little knot on my tail there, on my tail. And I just go all the way down to the end. I'm just going all the way down to the end there. My camera needs to be in front of me is what it is. Let me see. I'm just trying to get y'all in on this shot. That's all. Oops. See my... I'm sorry, y'all. Maybe y'all can see there. I'm sorry about all the moving. Let's see, I got to stay with my light, y'all. I got to stay with my light. So now I'm finna tie it off. But I got to make sure. No, I'm not finna tie off. Because I ain't all the way at the end yet. I'm trying to tie off, y'all. I'm trying to get her done. Get her done. But this is all I'm doing. And, you know, this is basically the way you're going to make your flying geese. I don't want to go past my paper. I really don't want to go past my paper here. Because I don't want to sew these tags. And then, but, you know, you just keep checking, making sure you're not going past your tags. Not going past your point. So this is the end of it. I'm going to, and as I'm sewing, like when I have a long stretch, I'll make a knot in I'll make a knot, and this is just your regular knot. I'll make a knot in continue on, because that just gives me a little bit. I tried to make a knot there. Hold on, I'm gonna make another knot there. It just a peace of mind for me. You don't have to make all them knots, but I always know that when your fabric start coming, when your quilt starts coming loose, this is just a regular quilter's knot here. If I can get it. It's just, I just loop my thread. That's all that is. Now I got to go back, and I'm gonna start at my end here. And what I do is I don't go right to the very end. I go a couple of stitches, just maybe 2 stitches before that end. I want to make sure I got it lined up. Before that end, that's what I do. Make my knot. I may be really close to the end this time. And make my knot. And then I go down to my end. That's what I do, y'all. I mean, I'm holding it by a nail. I'm holding it by my nails. It's right on that end. And I ain't got no nails. But I want to tie that off again. And this is just your regular stitch. But I'm gonna also do my figure 8 because I like it. I like it, and all that figure 8 is, it's just taking the single thread, wrapping it around, and then bringing your double thread on top of that. Wrap it around that needle. And that's all that is. And that's your figure 8. Now, all this is secure here. All this is nice, so I'm just going to continue on down this piece. I mean, these things are tiny. They are dainty, dainty, dainty. I done stuck myself so much. And you want to get a long needle. You want a long needle. You would think a short needle would do this. Well, for me, I don't know. Y'all use whatever floats your boat. But a long needle, scrawl needle, It's what I use, and I'll show you what I use. This is what I take it out the paper. It's like, you know, when the police pull you up, they be like, you hand them your show them your license through the plastic. They be like, take it out, please. This is what I use. These are my needles. I got them years ago on online. Yeah. And they are scrawl needles. I like them. And I like the size 9. I usually use the size 9. So that is my needle. It's my finger over there. Can y'all see it? That's my needle. I have all the sizes because when I bought it, when I bought them, I didn't actually know what size I wanted, but I seem to favor the number 9 needle. I think I put in scrawl needles and they come up, and they wasn't really expensive, so that's why I got every size the lady had. So some of them are thick. They're really sharp. I like the fact that the number 9 is really slim. It's kind of skinny, and I normally bend it, but I don't change it out. It normally bends within 30 minutes. Don't bother me. I can't see what I'm doing. Don't bother me. I just keep sewing with it. But yeah, those are the needles I like. I prefer when I'm doing my hexagon quilt, and I'm gonna like them for this quilt. When your fabric changes colors, it kind of throw you where you're sewing. You're just taking little bitty bites, but my little bitty bites are close. They are close. I don't know how much of that y'all can see. If I stop holding it on the end and hold it down here, I wouldn't be hurting my finger. And this is what I mean by I keep my thread. I keep my thread just like this. So I don't know why my thread was getting... I know why it was, because it's first of all, it's too long right now. And I'm used to it being a little shorter when I'm sewing. So I was thinking that I was pulling it all the way through. And I don't know what it is, but I always have to do this. I'm catching my thread is what I'm doing also. So I can kind of control my thread. But I always have to do that when I'm sewing. That's just something I don't know if it's natural. If most sewers do it, but it's just my thing. Excuse me, y'all. So this is a nice run here. But oh my God, those little bitty pieces. I'm telling y'all how I practice for this quilt. When I practiced to do this period, I was doing getting ready to do my grandmother's flower garden, and I found online some hexagons, and they are 1/4 of an inch, 1/4. And I got them in, and I was so excited. I was like, man, I can do this. I'm a hand sewer. Them things whooped my butt. I couldn't get them. So I went outside. We got a swing in the backyard. I went outside and I thought about it. And I thought about it. And I came back in and I sit down. And I realized it wasn't a hexagon. It was me. And the reason I couldn't do it, I was trying to make my stitches too long. And that's when I started. And I think that's why my stitches are always so close, because that's how I first started doing this, making sure that I could do that little 1/4 of an inch hexagon. And I made some little flowers in older videos. I think I showed them. And I still have some of them. I'm gonna work on them. And you know, you can put them on a quilt and that's what I think I'm do, because I always, when I make my labels, I always put a hummingbird. See, I need my thumb on. A hummingbird on my label, and I think I'm gonna make some of those. And you know, I had closed that intersection up. I think I'm gonna make some of those and put on all of my labels. I just gotta double knot that on the side of all of my labels, because I always make a frame, put my labels in frames. Okay. Okay, baby. Go to it. I'm coming. So there's that piece. There it is, y'all. There it is. And yes, it is tight in there. But when I pluck those papers out and iron, she'll lay down. I think I see a little bit of hole right there. Yeah, I think I see a little bit of hole. I ain't gonna see now when I come back, because I'm gonna come back and fix that. All right, guys, I gotta go put Cookie down, but I will show you how to do one of the flying geese, and then next time you see it, it'll be put together. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you this flying geese. I already put this piece on. Here, this is my block. I pressed it down. Now I can show you. See, some of my points don't match, but it looks pretty good. I mean, if you get that close, don't worry about it. And this one right here, I kind of caught the dog ear near y'all. The dogs are screaming because I caught his ear. Yeah. But I already got this one piece on. So I'm going to go ahead and put this other one on for y'all. And y'all know, I bought me a new tripod. Maybe it'll help me be better at showing what I'm doing. I don't know. But bring y'all a little bit closer here. And I need to bring y'all down. This thing just spreads all over the place. I like it. But we're going to try to put this other piece on. Then we're going to put the other mine on. This one is actually the last one. So you want to make sure you got that budded up. Try as much as possible to not sew your dog ears. Try to sew your paper, you know, because your paper is kissing each other, your material is kissing each other. But try as much as possible to get the paper. I mean, the fabric that's on the paper. And just move your dog ears around. Just move them around with the tip of your needle. Some of them you may want to fold back while you're sewing. This is tedious. And y'all know I said that I didn't have the correct fabric. This is dark. I do have it. It's over here. This was the block. Actually, I was doing a test block because I had decided to do a test block and forgot about it because I wanted to. This one had so many little moving parts on it, y'all. It did. But it's a pretty block once you get it all finished up. It's pretty. I know y'all hardly can't see that, but I'm just sewing. See how I got my paper? These two. This paper, the papers on each side here. And I'm trying to stay away from them dog ears as much as possible. Sometimes you may get them. It ain't, ain't nobody gonna come and give you a ticket about it. You just got it. But this just helps you to keep your scenes closer. Got my light all over the place, y'all. Cookie's been in here messing around. Let me stop blinding myself. I know y'all can't see it, but y'all see it when I get through with it. I got to be able to see it. Y'all, you know I ain't got no fancy cameras. Excuse me. I'm always recording on my phone. So, I work with what I got. I got a camera. I just don't know how to use it. Hadn't took the time to learn how to use it. But I can't figure out how I could get an overhead camera. Maybe I need to look into those. It would be a lot better than what I got going on. But y'all just bear with me. One day I'll be able to get one. I'll be able to afford one. I think my phone, I have an Apple phone. And I think my phone has the prettiest videos and pictures. I have a Apple iPad. Some people film on their iPad, but I don't know. My iPad always look gritty to me. I don't know. I mean, I have the newest one from last year. I probably need to look at it. It may not be as gritty as the one that I had before, but anywho, we ain't gonna worry about that. Sorry about the dog, y'all. He yawning. It's wet. It's raining here. So see, there's our little flying geese. So now all I got to do is put one of these on each side and then connect this block. And when you see it again, it'll all be together. So I hope this helps you out. And don't forget about the Zoom. The Zoom tomorrow at 7:00 p.m. Central Time. And the link will be in this video. So I'll be back to close out this video and remind you again when the dog ain't barking. Okay, guys, here are number 1, A1, and B. AB. Okay. These blocks, I done did so many times. These are sampler blocks. So I'm going to be doing my original blocks, the ones that's gonna go in the quilt. I'll be doing those soon. But what I want you to do is, Cookie's got her chair down here, y'all. I had to keep stepping over. Anyway, here you can see I may be off pouring a little bit on that and that, but right there you can see that one. That's the one where I sewed in on the dog ear. So, but this is learning me. So this one I don't have too much to complain about. It was pretty easy. This one was pretty easy. This one was a lot of pieces, and I think that's why it was kind of complicated, but it's pretty. I like that block. These will make it in a quilt somewhere, but not in my dear Jane. But these are my 2 blocks this is all I got done, y'all. And I actually have not made the blocks for my quilt yet because I'm doing sampler blocks. But anyway, that's what I want you to see. And I don't want you to forget about our Zoom meeting tomorrow. Do not forget about that, because we need to see if we can help each other out. I need some help, y'all. I definitely need some help. So with that being said, I'm going to let you go. And if you like what you see in this video, please give me a thumbs up. Share my videos and subscribe. Remember, Cookie needs some more friends. Come on, guys. Help us out. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you on the next video.